Welcome back. For those of you who are meeting me for the first time, my name is Bukola Oriola, and this is Monday Motivation with Bukola. In this episode is a continuation of my home buying journey. For those who have been following, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And those who are just joining in, thank you for stopping by. So today, because last week I said, oh, what are we talking about next week? Wait till next week to find out. Yeah. So what I'm going to be talking about today is that God picked this house. And the reason I said God picked this house and I want to share about it is because I didn't like this house when I first saw it. This was what happened. So, you know, when the portal was open for me to start looking at houses, there were not many houses showing. I saw a bunch of houses, but those houses were not houses I could apply to get because they were senior houses. And then, while I was thinking, I just had it in my spirit. Your house will be in the market tomorrow at 2 p.m. I was like, 2 p.m. tomorrow? Okay, I see. And the next day came, 2 p.m. There was no house. 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m. But guess what? Around 9 p.m. or past 9, boom, this house showed up in the market. And I was like, whoa, is this the 2 p.m.? Okay. So I sent a text message to my realtor and said, I would like to go see the house. The next day, we went to see the house. When I came to the house and I looked in, I was like, this is a tiny house. At that time, there were still boxes because the owner was renting it, so the people were moving out and had not fully moved. They still had boxes of their items. And I was like, this house is so tiny. I don't want this house. So we left. And then I waited, and a couple of days after, another house came out in the market. And I told my realtor I would like to go see the house. So we went to go see the house, and I really liked it. I liked it. It was bigger. Even though I don't like basement, it had a basement and I liked it. I was like, oh, the basement, I can use it to do different things. And I like the kitchen. Kitchen is one of the places that I always look at because I like kitchen with windows. I said, oh, I like the kitchen, the living room, everything, you know, I like it. And whoa, the asking price was a lot. And then we added $500 more than the asking price for the house and put in our offer. Guess what? I didn't get it. I was like, what? And then I thought, well, maybe it's not my house. And I was waiting. Another day passed. No house in the market. And I was becoming agitated. But this house was still in the market. So I said to my realtor, I sent him a message. I think by this time it was like the weekend again. So I think on a Saturday, I sent to my realtor, let's go look at that house again. Because that spirit kept telling me, but I showed you your house. So my realtor said, okay, but guess what? Before the time for us to go look, because it set up the time for afternoon on a Sunday, another house came out in the market. And then I quickly sent him a message, I would like to see the new house first before we go to look at this one. And he said, okay. And we went, oh my goodness, this time I went with my son. Whoa, that house that just came out in the market was like a haunted house. Honestly, I entered that place. First, it looked like apartment building. And then secondly, there was just one energy in that house that looked like somebody died in the house, like there was a ghost in, like it was felt like a haunted place. I could feel like an old white lady died in that house, you know, and her spirit was hovering, and it just, I was like, I ran. I was like, no, 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 God, this is a haunted house. Oh, so we went back to the house that was in my spirit, that is your house, which is this house. So we came, we looked, and by this time the people had moved everything out, and as a result I was able to see the house more than I did. And then for some reason I began to see more space, and because I love kitchen with windows, I fell in love with the kitchen. And it does not only have window, but it also has an entrance to go to the backyard, and I just love that. And I love the fact that my dining will be in the kitchen, so it's separate from the living area, which I really like. That way we don't have to bring food to the living area. Every food will be eaten in the kitchen area, and that's the rule we have in this house. No food leaves this arena. Every food has to stay in this arena. Only water is allowed to migrate from the kitchen area to the living room or upstairs in our rooms. And even, I couldn't even take Coke. It's one of the rules that I have to abide by. No Coke. No Coca-Cola anywhere in the room except the kitchen and the dining area. And we've been keeping the rules. It's been a couple of weeks now, and we hope to keep the rules. So, you know, and then I looked in the living room. I love the floor, the wood floor. I love because of my nose. So I was like, okay, I started seeing the things I like about the house. And then I told my realtor, I will take it. Let's put in an offer, but let's reduce it by 5,000. And then my realtor said, are you sure 5,000 will do it for you? Don't get something you don't really want to get. But I couldn't tell my realtor what, you know, battle I was fighting in my own mind spiritually about the house. So I just said, let's do it like that. And then he put in the offer, and we waited. Oh, hey, we were waiting for an answer. Then by the next day, the realtor of the seller sent message that, oh, there is multiple offer. So I told my realtor, just give them their asking price. I am not giving anything more. And then I said in my spirit, God, if indeed this is the house, if you pick this house, then we will get this house. End of story. And wow, we waited. The realtor said, I think 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. 2 p.m. passed, 3 p.m. passed, nothing happened. I had to call a friend, like, what's going on? I even wrote the realtor, the seller realtor on Facebook, then realized that, oh, she's not even active on Facebook. And I was just waiting. And then the friend I called said, oh, relax, now it's good that you don't have an answer yet. So the answer is not a no, because you don't have an answer yet. Just wait. Sometimes people are busy. Sometimes, you know, maybe the realtor is waiting for the seller to accept. And then, you know, just wait. I said, oh Lord, anxious. But, you know, by the next day, in the morning, my realtor responded. We got it. I'm like, what? Hallelujah. And then we started the roller coaster. Oh my goodness. And then we had to do different things like in-house inspection. So I paid, and an inspector came out. And during the inspection, I was able to even see the house more than I did, because the inspector told me, this is your time to like really look at the house, go through things. And I started going, and you know, that was the first time I saw that there was an extra storage in the garage that I didn't even take note of. And I was so happy, because storage was another thing. I had so many things, and I'm like, oh, where will I put my stuff? And the house is only one car garage, and I was so happy there was that extra storage in the garage. Wow, it's under the stairs, but it's buried under the garage because the garage is under the house. I was like, wow, nice, 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 nice. And you know, when I came for inspection, I found out that I was liking the house more and more and more. And I'm just so grateful to God for picking the house and standing by me to make sure I got the house. There were so many challenges. So, oh Lord, I don't even know. I skipped, or I will skip some of those details. I will save you, you know, some of those challenging details. But there were so many challenges, and God came through. He showed that he picked this house, because even my loan officer and my realtor were surprised. They said they thought that the seller would have withdrawn the offer and say, you know, we're wasting time. They're not going to do this anymore, because closing disclosures were issued 2 times. But guess what? Despite all the roller coaster, God made it happen. And then when we moved in, I found something. On the kitchen counter, I saw 3 realtors' cards. And I was wondering, why 3 different realtors? Then when I was signing up to get the, I think it was the energy setup so that they can turn on the gas, they were asking me, oh, was it the closing for February 28th? And I'm like, no, I just closed on this house. Not February, this is April closing. And it looked like somebody had put an offer on the house. They've put it in the market before, and that didn't go through. It was supposed to close in February, but it didn't go through. Just like what happened to me last year, when I already put in an offer and we've agreed and signed contract, and the house didn't go through. I didn't know God was keeping this for me, and I must say that I prefer this one to the first house I didn't get. Indeed, God picked this house for me, and I'm really grateful to him. And I want to use this to encourage you. Ask God to pick the house for you. Since we've moved in here, I felt safe. I felt peace. Even when I had one incident and I had to call the police, you know, overall, I feel safe and I feel peace. And I wish you the same. If you're wanting to buy your own house, even if you have not thought about buying your own house, also, I want to encourage you to start thinking. And if you have any question about the process, please do not hesitate to ask me. Until next time, and next time I'm going to be talking about credit. Yeah, credit. You know, how to get your credit together, loan, debt consolidation, and all those type of things. They are really important in the process of buying a house. So I'm going to be talking about in my next video. Thank you so much, and have a super fabulous day. Bye bye.